it's Just So Trish, and today I'm going to talk about a question that kind of keeps coming up, and I didn't ever think to answer it. Trish, why do you have so much curriculum? Why don't you just stick with Christian Light? Why can't you make up your mind just to get a curriculum and do it? So here we go. Okay, so I have a lot of curriculum. Some days I debate about making a Just So Trish eBay store and selling the stuff I have. Here's a big thing. I have a lot of curriculum that gets dropped on me. One, I have bought a bit of curriculum in the past, and when I don't use, I sell off or I give away. But I end up with people who just are like, I don't want to use this anymore. Here, you'll probably like it. And I don't know how to say no at all. So I end up with curriculum and having several children, having several years done. You just accumulate things like nobody's business. And some of y'all who are thrift store junkies, I am used curriculum junkie. I am. I buy it. I like it. So just so you know, I haven't actually bought all of this. Or if I did, I bought it at such a cheap price, you'd be like, I would have bought that too. Unless you don't deal with clutter, then you wouldn't have. So that's number one. A lot of my stuff is very used. It is very cheap, free, dropped off, given. And so I sometimes feel like a clearinghouse. The other thing is, the question that's kind of come up is, why won't I just stick with Christian Light? It's great, isn't it? It is great. I love it. It's just not working with my kids. So I have been going through lots of ideas and trying to figure out the best way, the best curriculum. And it's not necessarily like there's the perfect curriculum, because there is no perfect curriculum. I have a couple different things in that I'm trying to, how I'm deciding. My biggest one right now is 6 kids, helping my husband and everything I need to do, and they're little guys. My house is a mess, maybe YouTubing a bit, is I need something that is easy to use, which Christian Light is easy to use. I need something that is easy. Just ease of use on mom's side is just huge. And I will tell you, I've found one that I feel like would be just ease of use out there. But it also has to be economically feasible, which that one does not become economically feasible for me. And so that becomes an issue. So ease of use, economically feasible, and I'll tell you the curriculums that go through my mind when I consider this. So then you can be like, Trish, look at this. And leave me comments what you think I should look at. So ease of use. The ones that I look at ease of use is Christian Light Education's ease of use. Switched on Schoolhouse's ease of use. I'm also looking at Bob Jones University, the distance learning with the DVD set, ease of use. I know Becca has it, but to be honest with you, I don't like it. But that would become something another time. You always have ACE and you have Life Pack. Those are the big ones that I see, because I got too many things going on. I got too many children. I just want to buy the box. I am that mom. I want to buy the box. It all comes together and I just do it. So I look at all those, but then I look at economics. Okay, Bob Jones University Distance Learning is $1,000 per child, which is so much cheaper than if I send them to private school, no doubt. But economically, right now, that is not viable at all. I wish it was, but it's not. Christian Light is very viable, economically. I think Switched on Schoolhouse is economical. Becca, no. What other ones did I say? Pace. I've never used Pace, but it's on the same lines and I think is economical. So you kind of running into those. And then I need to know that it goes with the kids. You know, that the kids are going to constantly be engaged. Christian Light, after so much time, that I don't have the time to do like the little bit of intro, so I'm really giving it to them 100%. And I have a hard time with the way Christian Light's laid in to kind of jump in and, you know where they're going and explaining. But after a while, my children just stopped. So we were like full force Christian Light every day till about December, a little bit before December. And kind of the first one fell overboard, off the ship. And that was the oldest. And she just cross-eyed, do not make me look at another booklet again in my life. And I'm just like, really? And then quickly the other two started falling off the ship. And I could have stuck to Christian Light, no doubt. I could have just been like, push through, get over it, be done. But I will tell you, even with all our flip-flopping and switching, my children are farther than they would be if we stuck with Christian Light. Not because Christian Light isn't capable, but my children had refused to move forward because they were no longer stimulated. And it was, I just think, mental fatigue. They needed a little color in there. All the reasons I love Christian Light were the reasons that it wasn't functioning for them. So that is why I got off of Christian Light. That's why we left Christian Light. That's why I'm very careful about going back, because I know they're going to fatigue in Christian Light. So like they're good for a book or two, and then they start fatiguing. I always like going back to easy peasy. When we have fatigued out, we go back to easy peasy. No doubt. I just, with it all being online, I just find it, and there's no checks and balances, and there's nothing, I just find it very difficult for an ease of use for me to know where they're at. So then Switched On Schoolhouse would sound like a plus. Like, yeah, and I like the foundation, and I like the idea and the concept behind Switched On Schoolhouse, Monarch. But sometimes, you read your thing, sometimes it's like the questions are a little bit, how do I say this? I like it, but it feels like it's not really deep enough, and then like they're asking deep questions. And I think my kids could function on it fine. All else fails, jump in, let's get that done. But I just don't feel as though it doesn't satisfy my quench as a parent with it. So, with those said, it's really kind of just like, I sit kind of in turmoil trying to figure out what I'm going to do and what I'm going to piece together and how I'm going to bring things in. I really want a boxed curriculum. I do. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I can't afford the one that I feel like I would choose to be satisfied with. And, sorry. It's the truth, I just, it's, and this is why so many people end up not sticking with a box curriculum. There's no perfect curriculum. Amanda, I know there's no perfect curriculum. I'm good, I promise. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to delegate the time I have out in the best form and where to find help where I can. So things I'm thinking about doing is I'm still considering Bob Jones University distance learning, but only for a couple subjects. One of the subjects being for first grade, they have one distance learning kit that covers phonetics, reading, handwriting, and grammar. $300. That is cheaper than a babysitter from me losing my sanity. And then I'm guaranteeing my first grade is having daily consistency. So we're going to do that. So if you have experience with that, tell me all about it in the comments, wherever the comments are. I'm also looking at, I will tell you, my kids have horrible handwriting. And it's all bad. And I've not taken the time to show them how to do it. And to be honest, I don't want to. I don't. I know I could find it on YouTube. But I really like the idea, like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So, although I have 3 kids that I would be looking for, I've decided to just get, I haven't gotten it yet. So, this may change because I'm trying to be careful. But I'm considering, there's the word considering, getting the 3rd grade Bob Jones handwriting kit and then getting everybody a booklet to go with it, and everybody does 1 set of DVDs because that would be cheaper. I'm also considering like pulling a kid a grade up, pulling a kid a grade down, and doing grammar that way also with 2 of my kids. So I can get that distance learning. No, not grammar, reading. To do the reading. And I think they would function well with that. So I'm kind of doubling up grades to see how that would work. And the reality is if I ever did something like a distance learning whole kit, it'd probably be good to check it out first and see if we like it before I jump in the deep end kind of deal. So I'm considering that. I've been like making a chart. This is one of many of the same chart of just trying to figure it out. But there's kind of more of it. Here's my newest update. So I've been kind of writing down, we are doing a group history and we're doing group science this year. I really feel that that's important because my oldest is going 6th grade. I feel like by 7th grade she kind of needs to wean off and start really doing more prep work and going that route. So we're going to use Apologia. We're going to use Mystery of History for that. I'm going to stick with Christian Light for Bible. I love their Bible. Love their Bible. I feel like their Bible is intense. It's very much, I feel like it fills in the things we need that we don't get at church. So I like that. I love that. All right. So reading, I'm doing Bob Jones distance learning for 3 of my 4. I'm actually looking at putting my oldest back to doing Robinson curriculum book list and just asking once a month to get a book report from her and let that kind of come around, because she actually has done the most growth when just giving her a non-book list curriculum for reading. English, we're going to do a Bob Jones kit, not a distance learning, just a kit, because it's about $100. And I can't really fathom picking up a distance learning for $300. But I'm going to pair the 2 together. So then I only have to get 1 teacher's book. And I think they'll do fine. For my oldest, I'm looking at, no, I already have it. I'm going to do IEW Structures and Styles with DVDs, because it comes with DVDs. You can kind of see a theme. I'm like, where can I duplicate myself in a most reasonable fashion? And we're doing Fix-It Grammar, which we're finding we really, really like. So it's working out good. I think I need to build a playlist for that just to kind of compensate my inconsistencies sometimes. And we're doing some diagramming. So for spelling, I'm going back. I don't have I've showed you like a little brief. We're going back to the MCP, the Plaid Phonics spelling workout. I'm a workbook mom. I love the whole spelling power. See, there it is. But just I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just is a better fit for our daily routine, and we're not having so jump up. So I'm hoping maybe we can find a routine that we could just use that. But for now, we're going to stick to that. So that's kind of what I'm planning. It makes, math. I think we're going to go to teaching textbooks. I really had my heart set on that we were going to do all of the Bob Jones University distance learning. I mean, really, I've been like struggling because I'm just like, I could take a year of rest. And really, that's what I was like. I should take a year of rest. 10 years in, year of rest. And I really, really wanted that. And so to get my daughter prepared for the Bob Jones Math 6, I bought a Bob Jones Math 5 old textbook from 1995. So she's finishing up her math UC, and this is kind of a very spiral approach. And so we have been going through that every day. And I'm kind of like got it set up that we would be done with kind of summer school of math 5 because I feel like she needs it. I have been so kind of impressed. I've been impressed with it. I really need to spend some time looking at teaching textbooks to see it. But I have just been absolutely impressed with the ability of building critical thinking skills. Her and I have been sitting together working through this. And so I don't know if it's clicking because she's getting some really good mom time. I don't know if she's clicking because we're covering things she hasn't covered before and it's filling in those goals. So being able to buy the used textbooks, the older textbooks that are 20 years old or 10 years old, I don't know how old they are, 20 years old textbooks, it ends up being very cheap, but it requires me. So at this time, if I need to, I have everything I need to do math with what I have at the house. It just won't be convenient or ease of use because I would run out of time during the day. So I am looking at, we will use this for now. And then we will kind of evaluate how the ease of use with math goes and then probably move to teaching textbooks. Just because I can't duplicate myself, is how it goes. So, that is the long answer of a short answer of why I'm not sticking with what I got and why I can't make up my mind. I've literally been kind of debating and chewing and figuring this out. And I know I'm not alone, right? Am I not alone? So if you've used any of the things I've talked about, put them in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do you have just this much mental debates to figure out what it is you need to do to get what you need to be? And right now I'm looking at, and I'll tell you my budget so far for this is $1,600. So about $400 a kid is what I'm averaging. Some more, some less. Which isn't too bad. It will add up a lot. It's definitely not $1,000 a child. And at the same time, I look forward to testing the waters with the distance learning just to see how it goes. But I will be in more detail about that. But this is kind of what I'm thinking and why I'm not doing the other. So there's an 18-minute rant. Didn't mean to do that. But let me know, how are you suffering? Are you going through this with me? I know it's so easy to be like, just pick something and do it. And man, hats off to the mamas that can get one and just it works. But we all live in different dynamics. And I would tell you there's a lot of things that would be working no problem if I didn't have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old underfoot wrecking chaos everywhere. So there you go. I will talk to you later. Peace out.